First at 4, breaking news in the search for a subway shooter in New York. Police just released a new clue that will have drivers keeping their eyes open. Also, hold on to your wallet. We've got some new numbers showing how high prices have climbed, and Metro Detroiters share their stories about facing some pretty tough choices. Here's Andrew.
Hello there, Karen, and hold on to your hats. We've got blue skies out there right now. Beautiful, mild out there. Warmer weather is ahead, but so are storms, even severe weather. I'll break it all down for you in your weather forecast. First at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
First at 4, we're on top of breaking news out of New York City this afternoon after a morning of horror on the city's subway. 10 people were shot at a Brooklyn stop as people tried to get to work and school. Right now, there is an all-out search to find that shooter. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with new updates on that manhunt. And also the video that shows the absolute chaos on the train, Kim.
Karen, police say the shooter set off a smoke canister on a train that was pulling into the 36th Street station in Brooklyn Sunset Park neighborhood when he opened fire. Cell phone video shows the confusion and fear as the train pulls into the station. People run off and smoke fills the air. Take a look here. How scary. I mean, this video from inside the train shows that smoke filling the subway car. Police say the shooter was wearing a gas mask and construction vest when he set off that device and started shooting. The shooter got away. Some commuters ran off screaming. Others stayed to help the injured on the Brooklyn platform there. But in all, we're told 16 people were hurt, 10 of them shot. 5 people are in critical condition, but they are expected to survive. Police say the others who had to be hospitalized likely suffered smoke inhalation or were hurt during the chaos of just trying to get to safety.
All I saw were people trampling each other, trampling over each other, trying to get through to the door, which was locked, and there was just a lot of panic.
We say no more. No more mass shootings. No more disrupting lives. No more creating heartbreak for people just trying to live their lives as normal New Yorkers. It has to end, and it ends now.
Police just announced that they are looking for a U-Haul with Arizona plates in connection to this shooting. They're telling all officers if they spot it to stop it and take everyone inside into custody immediately. Right now, we don't know a motive. Police say they are not investigating this as terrorism, but they aren't ruling it out either. So, Karen, this situation is still developing. We'll bring you any new updates when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. Until then, though, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. Oakland County prosecutors have charged a woman from San Francisco with child sexually abusive activity. It's part of an elaborate case. We're told Stephanie Sin was arrested after flying to Detroit, renting an Airbnb in Royal Oak, and then sending an Uber to pick up a 15-year-old boy over in Novi. Investigators believe she'd been talking to that boy for more than a year, but when the Uber showed up, he told his parents, and then they called police. She's also facing a charge of using a computer to commit a crime. Her bond is set at $100,000 cash. Moving to Royal Oak, the future of a historic theater is on the line right now. In just a few hours, the city's planning commission is expected to talk about a plan to tear down the main art theater. It opened back in 1941 and was known for showcasing indie art films until it shut down last summer. The current owner wants to turn that building into a new 5-story mixed-use development. The nonprofit Friends of Main Art have launched an effort to save the theater. The planning commission meets tonight at 7 o'clock. In the first forecast, we sure hope you are enjoying some of that spring sunshine while it lasts. More rain is on the way, but not right away. Andrew, what's the forecast for this evening? Good time to get outside?
Certainly is, Karen. That's a great idea. Eating outdoors, taking a stroll around the neighborhood. Weather's absolutely perfect. Good car wash day, too. I mean, look at these temperatures. You saw the blue skies, 60 to 65 degrees. Sandusky at 62. Hello, Pontiac. You've got 64 at this hour, 64 degrees in Ann Arbor. Mostly sunny skies, calm winds as well. Winds at only around 11 miles per hour. Humidity down there at 37%. Clear as a bell. Now, things do change. I mean, it remains bright and warm for the rest of today. Pleasant tonight with even some slightly higher temperatures from midnight and onward. We have cool 40s and 50s overnight, but that is setting the stage for a frontal system that's on the way that has the possibility of showers and thunderstorms, even the possibility of severe severe weather for tomorrow. So hold on to your hats. I'll break down the severe weather, what type it may be, when it arrives, in your full weather forecast in minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. We do have some sad breaking news from Hollywood right now. Comedian and actor Gilbert Gottfried has died. His family tweeted the news, writing they were heartbroken to announce that he passed away after a long illness. The longtime comic was known for his very unique voice, and he made so many people laugh. Gilbert Gottfried was just 67 years old. New consumer price information confirms what your family's probably feeling at the gas pump, the grocery store, basically whenever you pay your bills. Inflation has jumped again. For the 12 months that ended in March, consumer prices are up 8.5%. It's the fastest year-over-year jump since way back in 1981. A few specifics: rental rates have gone up for 8 months in a row and climbed 4.4% since March of last year. And while gas prices have started to trend downward, the change was not reflected in March, with prices up 48% since last year. Workers are feeling the squeeze. The Labor Department says when you account for higher prices, hourly earnings for private sector employees fell 2.7%. Paula Tutman brings us a snapshot of the tough choices many local folks are facing right now.
A snapshot of our area, people racing about, dealing with what's in front of them right now. In the 130-mile stretch of a nearly straight line from Detroit to Port Austin, there's absolutely every economic station along the way. And in every community, for that 130-mile stretch, there are stories of struggle.
Your income don't go up when the food price go up, so you still got to figure out how you gonna make ends meet from where you were before.
Tasha used to put beef on her dinner table. The USDA reports meat prices have gone up almost 44% since last January. Tasha felt every increase. She went to poultry. Chicken production went down during the pandemic. Fuel prices have driven up the price from 93 cents per pound to $1.91 a pound.
Chicken used to be the cheapest thing to get. Now you go over to the fish, it might be a little bit cheaper than the chicken.
And according to the Seafood Source, an online industry resource covering retail, trade, aquaculture, and sustainability, fish prices could rise faster than any other meat protein source. This is what a 40-year high in inflation looks like.
I'm a mother of 3 boys, so it's been more pricier than usual to have a refrigerator full of food.
Staying closer to home, gas is up, for your automobile too, so again, it's everything.
Chris Ventura is with Consumer Energy Alliance, a nonprofit, nonpartisan energy advocacy group.
We've got a number of families struggling all throughout the area. About 86% of those polled said that they've been personally affected by high gas prices just over the past few months.
And based on this organization's data, quick fixes like consolidating trips to the grocery store to cut energy costs, to clipping coupons, will only be a Band-Aid fix, especially when the United States is mired in a decades-old system of relying on unsustainable energy as well as manufacturing from nations unfriendly to the United States and its interests.
We need to take a long-term view of how to solve this here in America, as opposed to being dependent on the supply chains that we've seen so impacted just over the past few years.
Little consolation for the people who are living it now.
It's a lot of things that we just do, we have to do to get by.
When I talk to experts, the sense I get is there are no short-term fixes that will have long-term results. That basically the things that have to change, Karen, it's the way we do business with other nations. Back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Paula. And our coverage of inflation's impact on all of us continues tonight at 5 and 6. Our special team coverage highlights steps that might help your family budget. Hank.
I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. From pizza to toothpaste, everything costs more right now. So what can you do to save? In my Help Me, Hank report, I'm going to be talking with the money-saving experts, offering you information to help your budget. That story is coming up new tonight.
You've seen it, you've felt it at the grocery store, at the gas pump. But the question is just how bad is it out there? We now know it's as bad as we've seen in a couple of generations. But there is help. There is a way for you to be able to take control over your financial situation and not have to spend a lot of time worrying. We'll have all of that coming up on Local 4 News at 5 and again at 6.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you very much, Rod. And going forward, we want to hear from WDIV insiders. What other stories should we be covering connected to rising inflation? You can tell us and find out how to join the WDIV insiders right on our homepage at clickondetroit.com. President Joe Biden is in Iowa right now trying to come up with another way to lower gas prices. His administration is going to suspend a federal rule that bars higher levels of ethanol in gasoline during the summer. Iowa is a key producer of the corn-based fuel additive. Now, usually higher levels are banned because of smog concerns, but others argue ethanol is a cheaper domestic energy option. Now, he is expected to speak very soon. You can see that at clickondetroit.com. We'll be streaming that for you. All right, if anyone was hoping for Russia to quickly end its invasion of Ukraine, Vladimir Putin is making it clear that will not happen. Today, the Russian president met with allies from Belarus. He says the military campaign will continue until Russia's goals are fulfilled. Putin also says Russia cannot be isolated from the rest of the world because it's too huge, and he'll keep working with partners who want to cooperate. Meantime, Russia continues to pound targets around Ukraine, preparing for a major assault in the east. Western officials are investigating an unconfirmed report from a Ukrainian regiment that some kind of poisonous weapon was used in the city of Mariupol. Now, that city has been a key target as one of the largest cities in the east and a major harbor. Still ahead, first at 4, how another state is trying to stop abortions. The penalties included in a new law and the one exception where the procedure would be allowed. Also, a new legal showdown for former President Donald Trump and 2 of his children. We will talk about what is at stake. And then later, it is a pet safety issue. 95% of dog owners said they didn't know about a recent survey. We will talk about some mistakes that you could be making in your kitchen. Coming up.